Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's look at the news for both Global and JP. And then first I'll give a little bit of kind of advice for how to approach the first raid, which is coming to Global. And then probably there'll be some more news later tonight or tomorrow sometime. But I wanted to get this video out before the raid started and while it is still light out, so that's why the timing right now. But I hope the raid goes smoothly in Global. I know Global players have been waiting for a while for it to come around. And then I still remember the first night of the JP first raid, the Final Fantasy XIV raid. Everybody was in the chat like, how do I do this? Where is the raid? How do I join? And so on and so on. The explanation for how it worked was not very good, so everybody was confused. Hopefully it doesn't happen again in Global, but I'm guessing it will. But you know, if you look back, I have some videos from before talking about how raids work, like how the menus work and how you join rooms or set up your own room, so you can have a look at those. But overall, concerning multiplayer co-op doing the raids, I would say the first couple days, just don't touch it. Don't join anyone's room, and then don't let people join your own room, because there's no real need. When the boss is very low on the boss level, it'll be very low HP, so you can use almost anybody and beat it real easily. So you can pass it with a team of just your own guys, just 4 of them. You can just put anybody in there, just your 4 strongest guys, and just go for it. And then you want to play like story quests or vortex quests until you get an appearance. It'll be like an appearance of the Whimsy shop. So you play quests, it'll appear afterwards, and then you have to go out. And then there'll be like a raid button on the main screen. Hit that, fight the raid boss, go back to doing the normal quests. And then you want to do that solo on auto battle at first, because that will be the quickest, most efficient way to get clears there. And then I would say do that for as long as you can, until you can no longer solo it on auto battle in one go, like using just one of the raid orbs. And then maybe switch to solo, and then playing it manually, and then go until you can't beat it within like 1 or 2 tries. And then you will want to start opening rooms and letting other people join your room to help you out. And then you'll just go from there, doing that the whole time. And that way I found is the most efficient way to use your orbs and your stamina and your real life time to get your levels high. But, you know, going through many times through the normal quests or whatever, story quests, in order to get appearances, that's going to be something that dolphins and whales are better at doing, just because they're going to have more access to stamina refreshes. Free-to-play players are going to be pretty limited with their potions and things. Oh, I can't even look at it. But I have like maybe like 10 of each tier, so I can't, you know, raise my raid boss level super high, just because I can't get that many appearances. So for, well, everybody, but free-to-play players in particular, they're going to want to rely on joining other people's rooms. And unfortunately in the news, there is no like screenshots of the raid user interface. Yeah, that's all we got. But when you're looking for a room to join, there's that kind of that front screen, and then there'll be like a list of raid rooms. I would say just ignore those, because everybody's going to be trying to get into those rooms, and they'll be impossible to get into, especially the first couple days maybe. Instead, you want to set some parameters, like for a filter. So you want to join rooms that are just started by guildmates, or friends, or like a certain level of the boss. And that's usually how I like to limit it, is by searching for a particular level of the boss. And then like maybe after a week, like a few days or a week has passed, and then some of the more whaley players, they've built up the levels of their raid boss enough. I like to join like between 80 and 90, or between 90 and 100, those boss levels, and then bring my perfect unit. So if you have a perfect unit for this raid, I would say either Lucia or Mediana. Then you're really lucky for this raid. You can join those very high level rooms, 80 to 90 or 90 to 100, and then join up with other Medienas or other Lucias, and then pretty consistently and quickly beat the boss and get lots of rewards, and then use those rewards to craft an Alexandrite ring or whatever. And then in my JP account, I made the +5 Alexandrite ring, which is the max. But I think I did it like 80–90% on the back of other people's rooms, all through a co-op, me joining other people. I was lucky enough to have both Lucia and Mediana leveled up, so I could have them both on a speed dial, and then I join a room. And then when you join a room, you can't tell, you can't see the party that you're joining. So if you go in there and you have a unit that doesn't match that room's kind of strategy, then you either want to leave, or you're going to get kicked out, or you can change your character real quick to match. So I would switch back and forth between Lucia and Mediana to fit the room. And then I joined a whole bunch of co-op games, got a bunch of materials, made that Alexandrite ring +5. So yeah, in theory maybe, even if you're free to play, if you have a Mediana or a Lucia at a very high level, you might be able to make the Alexandrite +5. I don't know, it might be worth trying. For this global raid, I don't have either of those two characters. I'm going to go in there with my Yeruma. She's a wind element, so she'll get that elemental advantage. I will use Steal Time, maybe help out other players build up their chains. But if I join a slash party, maybe like Ramza, people like that would be good. Maybe Yeruma could still join that and join in with the slash chaining. That might work, and then she'd get the elemental advantage. On building chains, you want to use AP skills, you want to use the lower cost options, and you want to use attacks that actually chain. Regular attacks, they have the attack type. So like if Yeruma uses regular attack, she'll get the slash attack. But she will not get the element. Element does not naturally ride in the normal attacks. So if your teammates are building up like a wind chain, and then you just do a regular attack, you will break that wind chain, even if you continue the slash attack chain. So that's why you want to use AP skills. They usually have the attack type and the element. And then the reason why I say the lower cost option is better, for example, use Blizzard instead of Blizzaga. The reason for that is because you want to get many hits. You want to make many chains. And so if you use spells that cost too much, you're going to run out of AP, and so have to waste turns using TP to get your AP back so you can start casting spells again. But when I did this raid in JP, when I used Mediana, I could just spam Blizzard over and over and never have to take a rest because her MP was so high. And yeah, it might seem counterintuitive, but by using your weakest spell, you're going to get the most damage from it, eventually, as you build chains. And then another reason why the lower cost spells are better is because they have a shorter casting time, so you can just fit more quantity in there, get higher chains. And then finally, you want to use attacks that can actually chain. Most of the physical damage AP skills, they will chain, as long as they have the same attack type. But there are some magic spells that don't chain. So like Holy or Flare, I think, and there might be some others that don't chain. So just stick to Blizzard, again, if you're going to use Mediana. If you use Flare, you're going to break both the magic chain and the elemental chain, and you'll be very unpopular with your teammates. And then finally, with the Alexandrite ring, you want to get it up to +5 if you can, of course. If you do that, you will get 5% elemental resistance to all elements. So there's never a time when it's bad. And then as for the type that you want to make, aim seems to be a good one. I said in a previous video, the equipment video, that for accessories, usually aim is going to be the best type. So for Brave Ring or Fairy Ring also, you want to go for aim. Making the +5 might be difficult this time around, but as raids come and go, all of the old stuff will be offered again. So you can, wait for the next raid, get more medals, and then you can continue to buy the recipes or whatever for Alexandrite ring, and then slowly work it to +5. So there's no need to stress this time. Okay, I think that covers raids. Now let's actually look at the news. I guess we can start here. Account suspensions. This was pretty funny. I don't know why you need to cheat at a game, but there it is. I was hoping I wasn't going to be banned, because they were like, oh, this account's too good to be free to play. What's going on here? I'm just kidding. Okay, next part of the story that is great for materials and things. And let's see, login bonus. We're getting 500 a day. JP doesn't get 500 a day most of the time. We get 300 or 400, so they're pretty generous in global. More guild gifts. Remember to change that. And then maybe Yerima should be picked up. This is kind of sad for me because I've already maxed her, but oh well. And yes, very minimal information about the raid there. And then new cards. This raid actually was for the Valentine's Day, and then these cards were also for Valentine's Day. I like how in global that they're not even trying to, like, you know, mix it up. They're just saying, here you go. We're not going to change any of the visuals, but this is probably the smart thing to do. They should release this stuff now because it matches like where the characters are and where the meta is. But here's a rare vision card. Earth attack up, luck up. This would be great for Kiton, of course. She likes luck because that will raise evade and critical hit rate, and then recovery from status effects, I think. Also, this is a limited time card in JP. I'm very jealous that it's just here all the time in global. Next MR card, Earth Eater, dexterity down, defense, debuff, resistance, it's okay. And Alexandrite ring. It's kind of interesting that they are recommending that you make the aim type. They usually don't do that, I think, in JP, but whatever. Okay, and I guess that's it for the news in global. Let's change over to JP. Okay, here we are in JP. Let's look at the news. Let's see, oh, might be a couple of new things in here. Alright, so we're getting a raid as well in JP. Here is the King Behemoth. And he is Dark Element and weak to Pierce. So the characters that are like perfect for here would be like Thancred or Rob. I guess you could also use Inori. She has the Lancer subjob. But lately for the raids in JP, you haven't needed characters where they have like both of these strengths. Like this chocolate pudding raid, Lucia really has an advantage on everybody else. But probably for this King Behemoth raid here, you could bring either a light party or a Pierce party and probably still do fine and get to very high levels. I have my Rob up to 79, and then I got him there for the Final Fantasy I raid, where you needed the light slash attackers. So I'm feeling like a genius right now since I can use him for another raid. And then there's a rare raid boss. This happened maybe 1 in 20, the last raid boss, the Cactar. This time it's a Tonberry. I'll definitely be sure to make a video about that. But he is Wind Element weak to Slash. So Ice Slash characters like Laswell, Agrius, and then Gilgamesh. They'll be the best one for here. And then we can craft the Shiden. In Brave Exvius it was translated as Purple Lightning, which is an awful translation. It's just totally like flat and like literal. Shiden sounds much cooler in the original Japanese. But it's a katana. I don't really have any katana uses outside of Rob, so I don't know if I really need this. But if I wanted to, I could work on previous stuff like Alexandrite ring, platinum helmet, stuff like that. Okay, more stuff. Okay, more story in JP. And then we'll get these book quests. We'll get the 3 types. Spear, Fist, Gun, or Staff, Katana, Dagger, or Mace, Bow, Defense. I'll probably do the defense one. Okay, and new vision cards. Rare card will be Titan. And let's see, personal ability, Pierce damage up, party ability, Man-Eater on physical attacks. So that could be cool. Probably will not go into Drain Force, but I might want to check that. And then the uncommon card, let's see, personal ability, attack up, party ability, critical rate up. Cool artwork. And let's see. Yeah, we got the medals that you can pull. And then here's kind of a step up, 600, 1000, and then 2000 vision ore for 3, 5, and 10 pulls respectively, and then you get some bonus stuff like gill and eggs. And then Victora, she seems to get a rate up on this hatcher, so maybe she will be in the shop as well, her shards. I really want her in global, so hopefully I can get her there. Okay, another vision card guaranteed pull. I might pull that. There's still a couple espers I don't have. Okay, usual stuff. Let's see, daily purchase thing. Wow, half anniversary part 4. We all kind of expected part 2 to come around, but we've had 3 and 4 here. More packs. Let's see, you can buy a vision card select ticket. That might be cool. Oh, I should specify that there's a difference between a select ticket for vision card shards and the actual vision card. There's 2 different things, so pay attention to that when that comes out in global. What else we got? They will hand out stamina. That's the vision card pack. Let's see. New vision cards. Yeah, Victora is picked up. I might actually buy the shards for this Pierce Damage Up card, since I always use it on my Christmas Mashiri. And raid medals, you can make the Shiden. Okay, Mog stuff there. More half anniversary stuff, more login. So yeah, you can see here, 300 or 400 or 500 on the last days. 1000 on the last day, 7th day, so that's cool. What else we got? More vision card stuff, guild medals ×2. Okay, so that was a look at the news in both global and JP, and then also a few tips for doing the raid. And yeah, hopefully that works out. Hopefully everybody enjoys it. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.